Welcome back to History Beyond Fact, where we uncover the hidden truths behind the stories you thought you knew. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Today, we're diving into one of the darkest chapters in medical history, the story of Anarcha, Lucy, and Betsey, three enslaved black women whose suffering laid the foundation for modern gynecology. In the 1840s, in Montgomery, Alabama, three enslaved teenagers, Anarcha, Lucy, and Betsey, were torn from their lives and subjected to years of brutal medical experiments. All three had developed vesicovaginal fistulas, a devastating condition caused by prolonged, obstructed childbirth. Without proper medical care, they were left in constant pain, leaking urine and feces, and shunned by their communities. Their enslavers saw them as broken property, but to Dr. J. Marion Sims, they were something else: opportunities for experimentation. Sims, a white physician, obsessed with perfecting a surgical cure for fistulas, purchased or borrowed enslaved women for his experiments. He operated on Anarcha, Lucy, and Betsey dozens of times each, often without anesthesia. Anarcha, just 17 years old, endured at least 30 surgeries while restrained and fully conscious. Sims' assistants reportedly had to hold her down as she screamed in agony, her pain so unbearable that it overwhelmed even the men in the room. Why no anesthesia? Sims believed, like many white doctors of the time, that black people didn't feel pain the same way white people did. This racist myth allowed him to justify his cruelty, all in the name of medical progress. Even more chilling, Sims didn't just operate on them in private. He invited other doctors to watch, turning their suffering into a spectacle. After years of experimentation, he finally declared success, but only after ruining the lives of the women who had no choice but to endure his knives. Sims moved on to New York, where he built a lucrative career as the father of modern gynecology. He became president of the American Medical Association, and his techniques were hailed as revolutionary. Meanwhile, Anarcha, Lucy, and Betsey were sent back to their enslavers, broken, unhealed, and forgotten. For over a century, their names were erased from history. Medical textbooks celebrated Sims' achievements but never mentioned the women he tortured. It was until the late 20th century that historians and activists began to uncover the truth and demand justice. In 2018, after years of protests, New York City removed Sims' statue from Central Park. In its place, a plaque now acknowledges the suffering of Anarcha, Lucy, and Betsey. But the fight for recognition didn't stop there. In Montgomery, Alabama, artist and activist Michelle Browder created the Mothers of Gynecology Monumenta, towering tribute to these women, made of steel and surgical tools, symbolizing both their pain and their strength. The monument stands just blocks away from where Sims performed his experiments, a powerful reminder of a history that can no longer be ignored. Today, organizations like the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists honor Anarcha, Lucy, and Betsey with annual days of recognition on February 28 and March 1. These days serve as a call to action for the medical community to confront its racist past and commit to equitable, compassionate care for all patients. Their story has also inspired art exhibitions, books, and documentaries, ensuring that their sacrifice and the systemic racism that enabled it is never forgotten. The story of Anarcha, Lucy, and Betsey isn't just about the past. It's about how medical racism persists today. Black women in the U.S. are still 3 times more likely to die from pregnancy-related complications than white women. The legacy of Sims' experiments lives on in the disparities, biases, and lack of trust that plague modern healthcare. By remembering these women, we're not just honoring their memory, we're demanding change. Want to learn more? Check out the links in the description for books, documentaries, and organizations working to combat medical racism today. And if you found this video powerful, hit the like button, share it with a friend, and subscribe to History Beyond Fact for more untold stories from history. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Together, let's keep history honest and make sure stories like this are never forgotten. Anarcha, Lucy, Betsey, we say their names,